Hello and welcome to another heads up for those who are still watching this. I actually haven't kept track anymore on the numbers. I think I have like 20 in the backlog at this point, maybe even 30. So yeah, here we flop middle pair. We have a blocker for the flush draw, so we'll see a bit, see what he does. If he has a queen, obviously he has something, but 3-4. He's just looking to play big hands, I guess. 3-5 I'll fold here. I mean, he has been folding some hands himself. Very first time he does something and we flop a gut shot. Well, we basically flop an open ender. I mean, 8 would also be fine. We do have a 9 here. So, yeah. I'm not willing to bet on such a board. Even if he checks a few times, he can easily be slow playing something good. Here we'll call what he bets. I mean, we do have the 6. Another overcard comes, so that's a bit dangerous. I guess he has a 10, seeing that he checked there. So we'll give it up. I assume I'm beat, seeing that he did that. He's thinking about something. Sadly enough he folds. I mean, ace king, really good hand. Obviously a drawing hand. And we do get ace jack after that on the button, where we flop shit with. So yeah, we can see bet, but the only hand that calls is something that hit is. Obviously my ace high is probably good, so I'll just check it out. Yep, it was indeed good. He did have a king, so he probably would have called me, maybe once, maybe twice. But I mean, else you only assume that the hand that calls you has you beat, so there's no point in leading out there. Here a 9 has us beat. We do have a 7 though, so if he bets something we'll be calling. Yeah, he had ace queen. Nah, he would have called more. 9-6. We flopped up pair, so we'll check re-raise. We have a blocker for the flush, so we'll go to 155. See if he calls. Our kicker isn't that great either, and he does give it up. So I probably had a deuce there. We have an ace-5 suited. We flop a gut shot, a flush draw, an overcard, double gut shot. Even can hit a 2 or you can hit a 6. No, 6-7 doesn't do anything. The board pair, so we'll just check it out. Now we have 2 pair with an ace. He bets 100 on this board. I'm not gonna pay him off. I'm gonna assume he has a 3 or 4 there, seeing that he called my c-bet anyway. And there's no point in losing there. Here we flopped up pair, pretty dangerous board though. So we'll have to defend it by making a c-bet. Sometimes you can just let it go. I don't think the 4 makes difference. I assume he has a draw here, maybe a 7 or an 8. That's pretty dangerous. I do have top pair, so yeah, he indeed had a draw and missed it. I just called there for the information, and there was a great chance that my hand was good. Here we flop an open ender. We still don't make it, but we're getting to see it for free at this point. And we do make it. We actually have a really strong straight, but I mean the only way we're ever going to get value out of this is if he bets it himself. And he makes the call and see that we basically have an 8 with a 10. If he had an 8 he would have re-raised, I guess, or he would have called more, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. King 9, even though it's really strong, probably dominated when he finally decides to 3-bet once. It's the very first time he 3-betted. Yet again we flop an open ender and we're getting to draw to it for free, and we make it yet again. So we'll check it again. And this time he doesn't lead out, sadly enough. So yeah, I'll try to bet on the river in the future. But I think next time I check 3 times, he doesn't assume I have it this time, because I just had it and checked it to him. So here we flop yet another open ender, so we'll bet it. I mean, it is also a dangerous board. I assume he's on a draw here. We hit 9. But I mean, King 10 is really good here. We'll just fold. I mean, we're willing to give up the 190. Even if we hit a 9, we could have been drawing that. Not drawing that, but I mean, yeah, we could have been drawing that if we had a flush. And he just slow played it. We have ace queen on the button. Really good. Especially if you hit your ace, your queen. Dangerous board though, so we'll just call here. He checks, we'll check, see if he leads out. We'll obviously call again. We do have the queen, right? I mean, ace king would have been really good for him, and he could have hit a king. So yeah, he actually had nothing, just let out on the board. We have king queen, really strong hands. Totally missed, but basically 2 overs to the board. He makes 3/4 of the pot bet, which is a bit too high for me to call there with 2 overs. An ace, pretty good, and he folds his hands. The problem with commentating on this is that it's really fast, it's fast action. He reflop a gut shot, third nuts flush draw, so we'll call the 60. We'll check. We get the draw there for free, but I mean, we don't have it, right? He actually had the queen himself, and was just seeing if I would fall to a c-bet. I'm not one to usually fall to c-bets though. We flop 2 pair, but it is a dangerous board. I mean, 8-10 is there, so we just want to call. And just a second, I have a phone call. Sorry for that. I was arranging a live cash poker game this evening at my place, but due to some circumstances, he's gonna lead out here, I guess. Yeah, even if he missed it. He can bluff the ace. I mean, I can re-raise it once, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, the phone call was basically about the cash game tonight. Pretty annoying. That people. Well, I texted about 10 people or something. It was pretty last minute though. Due to circumstances, I finally got a house for myself. I still live at home, sadly enough. Also due to past circumstances, both on job-wise and parent-wise. And the reason why I have the house alone is because my mother is in the hospital. And actually, and this might seem really weird for some people, but I don't give a shit. My mother has been ill for as long as I know, and with ill I mean, yeah, I think she has Munchausen. For those that do not know, it's basically people that fake diseases. And seeing that the issues with my brother, it is possible that she does it for a cry for attention. So yeah, king, jack, king, ace high is probably good, right? This is a really dangerous board, and he had trip kings. I find it really weird there that he didn't bet. Obviously, I would have called once if he bet twice. I'm obviously folding. But I assumed the ace high was good there, especially seeing how he slow played that. I do have an ace. He's gonna lead out again, because that's the kind of guy he is, right? So we'll see what he does if he calls. He probably has an ace himself. Oh, so I guess we split the pot, assuming. Oh, he hit a 9. Oh my god. Wow, that's so terrible. Someone just texted me. I'll reply to that in a second. Obviously want to finish this first. Oh my god, I never assumed he had a 9. I just thought he 3-bet with like a decent ace. That he actually would have had something. Here he re-raises me, I'll 3-bet him, see what he does. And he does fall to it. So, yeah, it was replying to his aggression. He has been playing really aggressive. Most of these hands, I mean, leading out on a board where you have second pair, I just flat calls and then he pairs he pairs, of course, so obviously check calls. So yeah, 5 queen, actually hate his hand, but he did fold. I mean, I don't hate it, but out of position it's not that great of a hand. And then a flop comes like that. He has to have something to call here, and he doesn't. 10 king, obviously I'm gonna call. It's a good hand, especially if flop top pair. Yeah, let's raise it up. It's a mean raise, so we will call. A queen comes, I mean 10 jack is pretty much nuts, right? That's twice we check raise him, and he does finally succumb to it. So yeah, if you do show some aggression, he's willing to fold. But I guess he's bluffing a lot, and he's looking to get paid off with a decent hand. So here we said, look man, we have a really good ace, and I assume our raise is still good. He actually had a better ace, so yeah. If we shoved, we still would have split. So lucky on my part. Probably could have lost a lot more there. Ace 4, ace is always good. Even on a board like this, ace is probably good. And he knows that. I mean, he either has to have a king or 5, something like that. Nope, he had a jack. He actually flopped a full house. Wow. That's the second message. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. I'll reply to that in a second. So last time he did this, he flopped insane hands. So here he got the king as well. So he slow plays decent hands, apparently, or at least bets them the turn after it, or the street, or whatever it's called in English. So we'll call here. We get second pair, which I assume is good, especially now. I mean, what are the odds of him having an ace here, right? He does fall to it, so he probably didn't have anything. 8-5, he folds to the standard dealer button raise. 3-6, I'll fold, but he folded before me. I didn't even have the option to. A king on the button. King on the button is always good. That's a bit steep, but sure. We do have the second nut flush draw, so we'll check it. We still have the second nut flush draw. We totally missed, so he probably has an ace. Nope, he hit a 7. Pretty annoying. 4-7. So he 3-bets with shitty hands. Pretty odd. Obviously I'm calling, I have the 4. The odds of him having a 6 here is pretty low. So we'll lay it out here. Yeah, he had queens. Not much I can do about that, is there? That he had such a great hand. 5-10, Jack 5. They're suited, that's the only reason why I'm playing this. I guess we have to take a stab at this. Yeah, he folded. We have an ace, but he folded. We have another ace, a pretty strong one, and he folded. The blinds did get higher, so yet another ace. We are getting some aces and we flop bottom pair. So we'll call here, we'll check call, I guess. Yeah, flush gets there, he checks, he hit a 4 on the river, oh my god. Obviously I never put any pressure on him, so it's obviously I let him draw there. I should have re-raised, I guess, or let out somewhere. We get bottom pair, so if he bets here, I'm re-raising, right? Not to make the same mistake as I did previously. So we'll call here, see what he does in the next street. Jack is pretty dangerous, as is the ace. I mean, come on, everything beats me. He hit a set. Why does he check a set? He just folds. I'm actually playing him off in his strong hand, sadly enough. We get middle pair. We'll re-raise again. He just called, so we still have middle pair. And here we'll bet out. I assume we only get called by an ace or a 4, but I don't want to show my hand and tell him what I did. Jack deuce, I'm obviously folding even on the button. King 3, folded. Queen 3, I'll fold. I mean, queen is fine, but it's not that great. King 9 suited is obviously a monster, especially if we flop top pair. Pretty dangerous board, a 7 beats us, but he has to have it, so yep, he doesn't. I mean, he's willing to give up hands, so basically against him I have to make hands like this, make the pot bigger. He has to have a 9 or something. I don't have to hit a queen, but I mean we can grind ourselves in this because he plays a bit more passive than most of us. And eventually the blinds will get higher, so he has to play strong hands. 10-4. Isn't that some kind of abbreviation for something? 10-4, sir! That's like 19 hands in a row that get folded. I do have an ace on the button, so... he just calls, we totally miss. He doesn't know that. He might have a king. He calls yet again, he still might have a king here. So we'll put on some pressure, just a little bit. He makes a call again and we do hit our 9. He's probably gonna lead. Yeah. I think that's a value bet. I mean, I can't call it with just a 9, right? If I actually had some stronger hand, I would have called, but he check called me twice. We do have a flush draw here. We still have a flush draw. 120 is a bit high, but I guess we have to. Yeah, he hit a jack, he's never gonna give up that hand. Jack 6, I'm gonna fold even on the button. I'm in dire need for a good hand now, or at least something where he is willing to play. Because this guy has been playing really tight. I mean, he has been playing good. I'm not saying I'm not getting outplayed, I probably am. I'm not that great of a poker player, and I assume most of you that watch this do realize that I'm not. Else you wouldn't be viewing this. Queen Jack is obviously a strong hand. 8-5, I will call once. We hit bottom pair, which is probably good. We do have a gut shot now. And the blinds go up, so even more to pay. I basically can only raise a deal button on hands I'm willing to go all in with, I guess. King 8, I'm raising it up. We do have a king. We'll check re-raise. Nope, he doesn't do anything. So let's bet here. He called quite swiftly. So I guess he had a flush draw. Yeah, he just had the ace high flush draw. God damn it. King, I'm obviously willing to go all in here. I'll check. I mean, I'm willing to see a free flop. No thank you. I just can't take stab at pots that I don't have anything, can I? I only have a limited amount of points or whatever. Can't really call this money, can we? Come on, flop something good? Nope. Still shit, even more shit. Yeah, whatever, man. 7-6, I will raise, and he does fold. So he has folded 3 times in a row, I guess. An ace, if he re-raises me, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna shove. I mean, we do have an ace. Jack 5, nope. I mean, he has to call at some point when I shove, right? We're gonna shove again. and he folds again. King 10, obviously I'm willing to shove. Even on a board like that, I'm willing to bet steep. I mean, I do have a king high, 2 overs to the board. If he has a 8, I'm screwed, but what are the odds, right? King 10 again, I'm shoving once more. He has to call at one point, and it isn't this one, I guess. So 9-7, I will fold here, even on the 0 button, probably a stupid fold. Ace King. I hoped he I hoped he had something. We'll raise it up. Maybe he'll 3-bet us. Nope, he just folds. The odds of your opponent having an ace when you have one are lower, of course. 9-10. We need to make a runner straight, so really not something good. 4-8, I'm folding, even if they're suited. 7 deuce, really. I mean, I could have shoved, but it just, I mean, if he re-raised on the bottom previously, he would have gotten something. Here we have an ace. We hit our ace, pretty dangerous board though. But we do have an ace, so he calls us. I mean, obviously I'm shoving here. What does he have? He has an ace himself, but the board pairs, so it's split pot. Another raise. Let's raise it to 250 or something. You can call. We shove. We hit the 8 actually. So yeah, our hand is better at this point. He needs to hit a queen, and he doesn't. So we're in the lead now. Queen 5, not good. 10-9, folds. 5-jack, I will fold. So yeah, I did get lucky there, obviously. He had me out kicked. Here we have pocket deuces. Quack quack. 9-jack. Obviously want to see a flop. We hit our 9. We have the jack for a flush draw. Let's bet 120 and he folds. So because of blinds being high, you can just play strong hands, become more selective. Here we hit middle pair, so we raise it up and he folds. So yeah, we're just picking up aggression, obviously only when we do have a hand. Here we have another queen. But at this point it's just grinding him down, waiting for a point where he shoves, where we have a strong hand, and call him and hope we don't get unlucky, like he did. I mean, basically ace queen on such a flop, you assume you're good. Ace 4, we have the nut flush draw, so we'll call here. We haven't made it and it's a paired board, which is pretty dangerous. I see what he has. He doesn't have me beat, so yeah, thank God. 4-3, I will fold. I'm not willing to call his shove with it, so I'm not raising the 0 button. 5-8, I'll call once. We totally missed that flop, so we'll let him take it away on a c-bet. I mean, it is a really dangerous board. Queen 10, I'm willing to call an all-in. Yeah. 6-10, I'm willing to see a flop. We totally missed the flop, as did he, I guess, but a 10 is easily beat. I mean, ace deuce, probably call a shove. I mean, it isn't that easy, he hasn't shoved yet, so my ace might easily be beat. 4-9, I won't call. Pretty strong ace, mediocre even, but it is good. We hit middle pair, so we'll see bet here. If he shoves, I'm obviously still calling. He calls, he did hit a king, so we need an ace. We get the ace, and we actually get a full out. So we did get a bit lucky there, for which I apologize, of course, to my opponents, who's probably not watching this. But yeah, see you for the next one.